Everyone knows what an interview is for. It is a conversation between a job applicant and a representative of an employer that takes place to determine whether the job applicant is suitable for the role and should be hired. A common misconception that people have is that the interviewee does all the preparation and planning for an upcoming interview. The truth is, an interview requires a fair amount of planning and research as well to be able to assess if the candidate is suitable for the role required effectively. It is a challenging task to assess a candidate's suitability within such a short frame during an interview. Thus, I've come up with some pointers and tips. Here is a crash course to interviewing skills. The objective of an interview is to get a candidate's personality, the candidate's capabilities and experience, how candidates handle matters in different situations. How will we know all this information? The key is in the questions that you ask. Always allow the candidate to speak. The more he speaks, the more you know. Start your interview by giving a warm welcome and introduction, ensuring that the atmosphere and settings are comfortable for both the interviewer and interviewee. A nervous and tense environment does not work well for both sides. Always ask the old-fashioned "tell me about yourself." The basic preparation to an interview for any role is this question. What we are looking at here are two things. Learn the basic information about the candidate. Articulation. How well articulated a candidate is for a presentation. Although first impressions are very important, be wary not to judge a book by its cover. Candidates generally prepare for standard answers to standard questions. For example, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years' time? Can you tell me a difficult work situation and how you overcome it? These questions will be accompanied by standard answers that will not satisfy your objectives. Craft your questions in a way that will allow the candidate to think and give you an answer in his own words. This way, you'll get truthful answers and good insight to the candidate. For example, explain a little bit more about the projects that you take on in your previous role. Do you face any difficulties while taking on that project? What happens next? During the conversation, it is hard to know when to stop talking about your business. Let the candidates do the talking so that you can analyze their response. On an average, let the candidates talk for at least 12 to 15 minutes of a 20 minutes interview. Lastly, do not forget the Q&A so that interviewers and interviewees alike can reflect and catch up on issues that might have been missed. I've reached the end of the crash course for interviewing skills, and I hope that this will help in selecting the best candidates for any roles that you have to offer within your organization. Thank you.